All right, everybody, it's your boy Genius. Got Miss Genius chilling on the tailgate. So I invite you to go over, if you've landed on this video first, I invite you to go over and watch the video where I was here by myself that day, done the comparison between the CDS9 from Kimber, the classic, the cheaper version, okay, and also the H&K CC9. I did a comparison between the two. Came to my conclusion as to which one I would rather carry and why. And I did an accuracy test, I did a muzzle rise test, recoil impulse, all of those types of things. And, you know, it wasn't a comparison between, you know, different features of the gun or anything like that. I mentioned a few things, but overall it was just which one would I rather carry and why, okay? And so I felt like, you know, Miss Amanda liked both of these guns. And I know which one that she liked coming out to the range. Having done a review on both of these, I know which one she liked more, just initially, okay? But she hasn't shot both of them side by side, just like I had not, okay? So that's what we're here to do today. We're just gonna let her shoot both of these. I'm not gonna shoot the gun today. I'm gonna let her do the same as I did. And I swear to you, I have not said a word to her. In fact, we started filming right before this and we had to stop the film and start over, and she had said, no, don't tell me anything. So she don't know. I'm just gonna let this be pure, organic.
Well, I do that because people think I can't think for myself.
That's true, that's true. They think that I've done coached you in some way. So what I want you to do is I want you to start out just shooting the, let's see. Well, you've shot the Kimber last week. It's been a minute since you've shot the H&K, so I'm gonna let you start with the H&K first, the CC9. Now you really liked the CC9 when we originally done the review on it. You picked it over almost anything that we did. We were doing the MC9 LS, we were doing quite a few comparisons with it, and you picked it over everything, and there was reasons why you done that. So I want to see if any of that's changed. Obviously, before we get started, as always, want to invite you guys to know Jesus Christ as your Savior. I know I say it every time, but I mean it every time. Just hoping someone that don't know, someone that maybe is unsure, that would reach out to me in the comment section or at gsquaredtactical@gmail.com. Allow me to at least share the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. You can also go over, consider supporting us on Patreon. $5, $10, $20 a month. I do upload all of the videos over there, so you can go check them out commercial free. And all of that money, 100% goes back into the channel. Of course, you can do super thanks, but you can also go over to our website at gsquaredtactical.com. You can pick up some merch. Neither one of us is wearing our merch today because, hey, you can't use the product you sell, right? So we want to send it out to you. If you need a 4XL, then we'll get you a 4XL. It is what it is. We'll get you a sheet. It's fine. You know, I had somebody say that in the comment section. But also, you could click on the 3 lines in the corner. Screen will pop down. Support the channel. Click on that. Support the channel, and then you got to pick a link. I mean, not a link, but what is it called?
Subcategory or a...
You got to pick a tier. There you go. You got to pick a tier. And when you do, there's already a pre-inserted price in there. You can pay that amount if you want to, or you can wipe that out and put in there what you would like to pay. Again, every bit of it to go back into the channel. So you're going to start with the CC9. So the first test that I done was, of course, I mentioned, you know, how it felt in the hand, how it carried for me, you know, and then I just simply shot it. I wasn't necessarily shooting for accuracy. I just want you to shoot one magazine through that and then the shorter magazine through the Kimber, and just tell me what you think about how it shoots.
Okay.
After that first shot, you really brought it home.
Well, I made a mistake to put lotions on my hands.
Oh, creamy, lotiony hands. I hear you.
Before we came.
So that wasn't bad at all. And I can say, I won't say nothing yet. I'll let you shoot the Kimber and then I'll say something. So
let me get
I
the
guess
lotion.
Shoot the Kimber at the other target over there. Can't bring lotion to the woods.
Okay, hold up.
The bugs will come after you. Gotta clean your glass. fogged up.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. Tell you right now. I like how that girl feels in my hand. Hold up, don't come over here. When I first shot this without the sight, I didn't, you remember, I was like, nah. But look, I'm, heck yeah.
So, okay, so so your group was not quite as tight as it was with the HK. You did have a straggler with the HK, but that was your first shot of the day. Okay.
I can see this one's got more of a kick, I think.
Okay, so that one's got more of a
Yeah,
recoil.
I like how it feels in my hand.
But it recoils more.
Yeah. I like how this one feels in my hand better, but it
Okay.
does recoil better.
So if you remember
More.
in the video that I done, again, I'm not going to divulge much of what I said, but if you remember in the video I done, I said the same thing, exactly, almost verbatim. I said the same thing. I said this one recoiled more. This one, the H&K CC9, had less recoil. This one recoiled more, and she said the exact same thing, because that is true, okay? And I also said in that video that my wife would probably like this one better because she has them long piano playing fingers, and I have the fat sausages, you know, so this one would probably fit her better, whereas I felt that the HK,
if I didn't have an extended magazine, I would not.
So that does help.
That helps me.
So I felt like she would like the feel in the hand of this one better, okay? I like the feel in the hand of the HK better, but she likes the feel in the hand of the the CDS9. And she shot a little tighter with the HK, definitely a better group, and you shot more left with this one. But I know that she really does like this Fox Army FXV22 Pro optic, and I invite you to go check these things out. They are really amazing optics, and
yeah, I think that's the one I like the most out of all the Fox. Yeah,
I'll put a link up to this. You can use my discount code G210 at checkout to save 10%, but I'll put a link in the corner of the screen to Amazon. You won't regret buying that optic. It is a great optic. So the next test that I've done, so you've already told me that this one recoils more.
Right.
Okay, but so just shooting the two, just forget about where you hit the target, just the recoil, how it feels in the hand, just shooting it. Which one did you like better?
This one.
Okay, so now let's do, I'm gonna spray paint the target, and we'll shut the camera off and do that and come back. All right, so you're gonna start out with the CC9 on the target, just shooting for accuracy. So you could shoot slow, you don't have to speed it up. If you want to, that's fine too. Just either way, you're shooting to be as accurate as you can be. You know, the crazy thing is that when I didn't say a word to you, I just simply said shoot. On the first one, you were way more accurate with it than that. So let's move on. So I don't know if this is going to be fair or not. So CDS9 on the right target there. Let's see what you got. All right, we'll turn around and talk about it. She waited till I shut the camera down, and she said, I still like the Kimber better. You know, because she thought I was going to say her group was better, but The crazy thing is that the very first time you shot with it, when I didn't have the camera turned around, your groupings were better than that. I mean, both of them you kind of pulling left, and I think that's probably just, again, you haven't shot in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and they are smaller guns. I think
we are what?
That could potentially be you pulling
15,
a little
20
bit,
back.
but either way, I think the groups are comparable, but neither one's any better than the other, I don't think. So, but you got to come up with a reason why, other than just, I like this one better.
It just feels natural in your hand.
So the big thick
yeah.
CDS9 feels better to you.
Right, it's empty.
Okay. And so for me, that is not even anywhere close to the case. But again, it's because I have the fat sausage, and so that.
But like I told you,
12 rounder fits me perfect.
If I had a basic magazine, I couldn't do it because it wouldn't hold my hand. But with these extended, that thing just feels
so
natural.
For me, this gun is way more concealable than is that one. This one's a lot thinner. This one's 0.99. That one's 1.1, I believe. So it's definitely thicker.
Oh, you can tell it's thicker.
A good bit thicker. This one's a little bit longer in the top. It does have the accessory rail up front, which basically means nothing to me for a deep concealed gun, but this one definitely concealed better. So for me, I said in my video that although I did shoot more accurately with this one, okay, that I'm still choosing this one. And the reason for that is because, again, this one's thicker for me, but it fits Miss Amanda better, right? So again, we're different in that. She likes the way that one feels in her hand a lot better. And some of it is because of the longer magazine, she says. I preferred the trigger in the Kimber. I shot more accurately with the Kimber, not only just sitting there shooting boom, 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 but also alternating between the targets. I did so faster with the Kimber, no question about that. But overall, I chose this one just because of how concealable it is. It definitely conceals better than that one. And also because of the H&K, the legendary H&K build quality. There's no question, in my opinion, there's not another production gun on the planet, manufacturer on the planet, just production guns, that is built better than an H&K. So the just unbelievable legendary reliability of an H&K, the concealability, and the fact that if I set out here and practice with this, I could get really good with it. I picked the H&K, okay? But so take all of those things into consideration. You had no choice but between these two guns. You didn't have any of the other guns. Your 365 wasn't available. It was just these two.
And they were on the kitchen table, and I needed to pick one to carry.
Right. Take into consideration concealability, how accurately you shot with it, how well you shot with it, the control.
This is so much lighter.
So this one does weigh 21.4, I think. And this one is like 19 some odd ounces. I don't know. So yeah, you're right. So the Kimber is a little heavier.
Okay, so if I was putting it in my purse, I would have to say, even though I like the Kimber, I think the skinniest of this. You know what I'm saying?
The smaller profile.
The smaller profile, yeah.
Okay.
By looking at it. Because if you put
But at the end of the day, what matters is screw that, screw the concealability. I know that's one of the reasons I picked it.
I mean, they're both very good to shoot. I would shoot both. I would carry both, but the one I thought I did better and I liked shooting was this.
With that one, okay. So I mean, at the end of the day, you got to get that's got to take precedence. I would think that, you know, for somebody that does not shoot as much as you do, you got to give yourself the best chance, okay? I know that I said that I shot better with that one, but I come out here and shoot sometimes 4 or 5 times a week. So I could bring this out here and shoot it 4 or 5 times a week, and I could become just as good with this one as that one. It might take me a little more practice, but I would, okay? So for me, I'm gonna take it because of the concealability, but for you, you wanna probably take what you shoot best with, and you shoot best with this one. Okay, because when you pull it out and you use it and you haven't shot in 3 weeks, you want to give yourself the best chance. So what you're saying is the best chance you have of shooting the best would be with that one.
But okay. Yes, but I'm not dogging the H&K.
Concealability, you're going with the H&K.
Yes.
Okay, and shootability, you're going with the Kimber.
Right.
So overall then, recoil, concealability, shootability, features, trigger, just overall, just if you had to choose between these two and you
This
knew
one, 'cause
nothing
I like
about
this.
either one of them,
I don't like the. I will shoot it, but I complain about them triggers.
you
Like
don't
the
like that center blade
right.
safety, okay?
I complain about that.
So overall, if
It'd
you
be
didn't
this.
know anything about either one of these
This one.
guns, you're picking the Kimber. Well,
And that's
that
odd. What was the first Kimber that we bought that I hated because every
I
time?
don't remember. I think it was the Micro
Remember, we
380.
hated that gun.
Yeah, I don't remember. But so I
This one.
also picked the Kimber in my video based on how I performed with it. But at the end of the day, I said Kimber wins today, but the HK is what I'm carrying. She says Kimber wins today, and she's also carrying the Kimber, so we were different in that way. So I know the video was a little bit chaotic, probably a little bit boring to watch, but either way, you know the platforms you can support us on. There you have it. Miss Amanda picks the Kimber. I picked the Kimber because the proof was in the pudding with how I shot with it. I could not deny that, okay? But I'm picking the H&K because, to me, reliability, which this has been 100% reliable, but just the legendary reliability of HK and the build quality. And you know I've had some run-ins with Kimber in the past, although the last 6 have been great, but I'm still picking the HK just because a trust issue, if that makes sense. But Amanda's going to pick the Kimber, so we are different in that way. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, to God only be the glory.